To celebrate 2021, we have some really amazing subscription coffees coming up for the first 3 months of this year. Welcome. My name is Patrick Rolfe and this is Coffee with April. We're back for the first video of 2021 and this will be a subscription video because we just relaunched our subscription service here at April, which has led us to introduce some really cool new coffees. And what we've done is that we're actually divided our subscriptions into 4 different tiers. One is what we call the April Selection, which is our standard range of roasted coffee beans. The other one is what we call April House Coffee, which is dedicated solely to our house coffee product's sustainable profile. The third one is what we call April Limited, which is the very, very top tier of coffees that we source here at April. That will be the same coffees in the same format as our new monthly limited box, which is basically 2 to 3 different coffees of what we believe to be the most exclusive coffees we can find, or best tasting coffees we can find, in a smaller format, around 80 grams per bag. The last subscription we have is a capsule subscription, where you basically can sample any of our different origins on an ongoing monthly basis. Now with that, we want to introduce the subscription coffees that we're gonna have for basically the next 3 months, which is kind of excited because with this change came a bit of hassle and we wanted to make sure to give back to all of our kind subscribers. So we decided to do 3 months where one of the coffees in the April standard subscription is actually 1931 Geisha from the Gesha Village farm in Ethiopia. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is where we believe you find one of the best geishas of all time. The story behind the varietal itself is that it's the coffee that the closest resembles the kind of story of geisha, being that in the early 1900s, around 1930, geisha was taken from Ethiopia, outside of the town of Gesha, where we find the Gesha Village farm of today, over to Panama, where it was cultivated. And what Adam, the farmer here at Gesha Village, have done is identifying a strain of geisha growing in the forest at his farm, closely resembling the Panamanian cultivated geisha that is also delicious in its own right. And what we have is very kind of tropical, citrusy coffees that are super complex, very well balanced, and just in general super floral and very honey-like. Basically one of the best tasting coffees that we find every single year. So that's what we're gonna have. We're gonna feature 3 different lots, so 1 lot each month. And keep in mind that you can subscribe from 1 bag up to 4 different bags. And every month, 1 of those bags will be the geisha. So the other 3, if you, for example, have 4 bags, is gonna be another of our April coffees. Now, in terms of roasting this coffee, we're gonna go through and, as we always do, show you some numbers. So the total roast time of this coffee is 11 minutes and 9 seconds, with a total time after crack, which is 1 minute and 9 seconds, which is a bit longer than what we normally do. Now, we should say that when we do these limited coffees, we're actually applying some sort of omni approach to it, as in we roast it in one way. Mainly because we also have very small volumes of the coffee and it makes our work making better coffee a bit easier. So what we've done here is that we're actually extended the time after crack, mainly because this varietal in itself takes a bit more energy to pick up the same amount of color that we want our kind of standard filter coffees to have. So it is definitely roasted with filter in mind, but we've been brewing it here in the April store as well as espresso with some great results. Now the end temperature of the coffee is 211.4, which again is about 2 degrees higher than any of our standard coffees. But when it comes down to the actual color of the coffee, it's very, very similar. So keep in mind that different coffees, depending on certain attributes, requires a different roasting to end up with the same color, right? Now, a bit more information about the lot itself, because what we're gonna see over the next few months here is 3 different 1931 geishas that are actually all natural processed, because that's our favorite or preferred processing method coming out of the farm. It's the cleanest naturals you will ever find. This specific lot is from the Surma block. So for those of you that want to know, the farm is basically divided into several different blocks with all have slightly different attributes in terms of the taste of the coffee. So it's from the Surma, natural processed. Harvest date is basically the 27th of January 2020. So quite late in the year for being Ethiopia. The altitude is up just above 1900 meters to 2000 meters. So you have a slight range there as well. The lot size itself is very, very small. We just have a few boxes of this coffee, as with all of the lots we're going to be featuring. When it comes to brewing the coffee, we just did a great brewing video using the April brewing kit that we launched actually as our last video for 2020. So we make sure to link that for you so you can backtrack and just pick any of those recipes. We think they all work really, really well with this coffee. Now, with that, we hope you guys get a bit of an insight in our new subscription. Please subscribe both to YouTube and also to our coffee subscription, and make sure you get some of the best coffees that we have to offer for you every single month. As we mentioned as well, we're pushing our Patreon, and Patreon is basically where you're going to see all of the behind the scenes stuff from us. So the nitty gritty details about roasting this coffee, about the 1931 Geisha, our experience working with the Gesha Village farm, and so on and so on. So sign up for Patreon as well to get more kind of in-depth details on what we do here at April. And with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to welcome you to 2021. We're excited. We hope you guys are excited. If you have any comments, any thoughts, please write them below here. We're always happy to hear your thoughts. Thank you. We want to give a special thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. It's because of you that we are able to continue to make these videos. And we want you all to feel free to always come with suggestions and ideas on the content that you want to see, because we are doing this for you and because of you. Thank you from all of us here at April.